So with that, we all concluded the teachings of Mahamudra and the teachings of mindfulnesses, and followed by the refuge. And also, I talked quite extensive on the bodhicitta development also. So I think even though maybe the within a kind of short period time, we sort of like stretched quite a long sort of like a teaching, and also touched in a different topic. So now I want to take question and answer, QA. Maybe three. Maybe we have 10 more minutes, so we can talk. We can take the QA. Please come. Okay.
Muchas gracias por estar aquí con nosotros, Su Santidad. Tengo una pregunta respecto...
Go ahead.
Gracias. Mi pregunta es, ¿de qué manera compasiva se puede tratar por ejemplo, las plagas que hay, por ejemplo, en mi jardín cayeron unos gusanos en un árbol, y yo le dije al jardinero que no los matara. Él los dejó y a la semana siguiente se habían comido todo el árbol. Entonces él me dijo que se tenía que acabar con ellos, porque si no seguía el siguiente árbol y el siguiente, y bueno, a mí me dolió muchísimo, pero dije, bueno, pues los árboles. Entonces yo le pregunto, ¿qué se puede hacer en esos casos?
These are very practical questions, very, very practical. Question question-wise, I mean, it's a very practical question, and it's a very simple question. But when it comes to answering this question, I always find a little difficult. And also not only answering the question, but I myself going through this, because I love garden. I'll have lots of problems dealing with the garden and the garden beings in the garden. Lots of problems. What I'm doing, okay, this is not something I'm sort of asking you to do it, but what I'm doing is that, I sacrifice, I don't kill, I don't sort of like do anything, but what I do is, I will try my best to sort of like give the injection to the tree, to the plant, before the bugs comes in. So this is what we do, and it does work. you have to be very sort of smart and very, how do you say, punctuate in terms of timing. Okay, this month of the date, this month of the year, or this date of the month, we should be doing it. We should be treating the tree. Otherwise, these month, the bugs will come. We know, expert people know. So then if you treat the trees or plants, then it won't come. And if it's late, then we cannot do anything. So then we have to sacrifice the tree rather than killing bugs, because the tree is one, bugs so many. So majority again, minority and the majority, we have to think about it. I mean, the Bodhisattva in Bodhicitta Sutra, it says, like to save 500 people, you have to kill one is allowed. Of course, you shouldn't have anger to do with that, but it is allowed. Without anger, it is allowed. For example, if you don't kill one bug, this one bug will kill 500 bugs. Then you kill one bug. It's a very skillful means. So that is the thing. Next.
Gracias, Su Santidad. Continuando un poquito con este tema, nosotros, mi esposa y yo, somos vegetarianos desde hace más de 2 años, somos veganos, no consumimos ningún producto animal, no comemos carne, no comemos huevo, no comemos lácteos, porque consideramos que la carne animal es un sacrificio y los lácteos, los productos animales, es esclavitud. Entonces, en pos de no provocar ningún sufrimiento, tenemos este tipo no usamos ningún tipo de producto animal, ni piel, ni mucho menos en nuestras personas. Sin embargo, tenemos un par de perritas, un par de mascotas, y ahorita están sanas, son jóvenes, pero es una costumbre que cuando los mascotas envejecen, enferman, y cuando en ocasiones están muy enfermas, se les practica eutanasia para que no sigan sufriendo, ¿no? Hay personas, como nosotros pensamos en a lo mejor quedarnos con ellas hasta que su propia vida termine sin provocar la eutanasia, ¿no? Pero hay quien puede considerar eso como un sufrimiento. Entonces acortan el sufrimiento de los animales. Entonces, lo que quisiera es su opinión al respecto. Gracias.
Thank you. I am so happy and so appreciative that what you are doing. On top of vegetarian, you are also with understanding, not using the animal product, which is very, very, very good, with deep understanding, And of course, there are many people who are not really using animal product because of some other reason. There are some stupid reason also they have. But what you said is really impressing and very, very, very admired. I was very admired and moved. So I want to thank you very much for doing that, because there are seldom people who could manage to do that. So to keep that kind of conduct is a very, very difficult, and especially in a Buddhist group. Non-Buddhist group, like in Hindu group, then they kind of, you can see many of them, but in Buddhist group, and especially in Tibetan group, Tibetan Buddhist group, seldom you can see. It's very, very upsetting, I feel very upset, but then what to do? But I'm very happy what you are doing. And now to answer the question is, I am hoping that everybody can do that, That is true. If you use the leather product, then of course for the consumer of the leather, then of course the animal has to be killed. And the milk also, the animal they have to have their own baby to be fed, and we are not letting the animal to feed their own baby. We are taking it, we are stealing it, we are robbing it, we are robbery, So that sort of thing. It's really something very, very sad, and I'm very proud of that myself, that somebody is there to see, to sort of be able to follow that person, that kind of morality and ethical sort of way. Now, to answer the question is that is a simple question and simple answer. Do we, for example, we all get old, we all get old. It's not only dog gets old, we all get old. Not only the cat gets old, but we all get old. And human beings, do we get lithanized? We're not. We're not going to be lithanized. We are not like, we say, my father is old now, put injection and make it sleep. Cannot say that. My wife is very old, and plus she's little sick. She's not very comfortable, so you would not do it, simply. This is what I always think, and I 100% believe in that, And why pet needs to be killed? It's just an excuses that, the pet is going to be suffering, so therefore we are killing. It's not. Excuse is that, but actual fact is you don't want to look after the pet. That's all. Because the pet is sick, old, maybe blind, maybe cannot walk very well. So you don't. So you have a great, greater sort of a responsibility to look after the pet. So therefore you want to kill, so that you don't have to work. Finished. Then you bury it or whatever. That's finished. Then no headache. So that is the reason why we are doing it. We human beings are so cruel, And while you are together with the dog loves you just unbelievable. It's like more than your wife loves you, more than your husband loves you. Really, I'm telling you. The dog's love towards you is unconditional, and the wife loves you, Not that I do have a wife, but maybe I know better than you guys anyway. And same with the husband also. Husband loves you because of some reason, So anyway, let's not talk about that thing. This is personal thing. Intruding personal, private life. I'm not going to intrude your private life, but that's the thing. So dogs and pets loves you just extremely, just unbelievable. But then, when they get old, we put the injection, which is very inhuman, very inhuman, not good. This is what I always say. If you love the dog, if you don't love the dog, it's okay, it doesn't matter, Or if you are not Buddhist, if you are not bodhicitta vow taken, so then it's okay, it doesn't matter. But if you love the dog, and if you really have a vow to really take care and not harming anybody, so then let the dog die by itself. Everybody has to die anyway. So the dog die. Let him die, and try your best to sort of give the medicine, to give food, to take him to a pee, to poo poo, everything. You look, you carry him, Doesn't matter. You look after him thoroughly. Then he will die. That's not a problem. Not a problem means a problem, yes, problem, but what to do? Aging, is everybody has to go through it anyway. So this is what I would say. And next, one can take, we can take one.
Muchas gracias, maestro, por estar aquí. Bueno, yo quería, igual tengo animales en mi casa, que no son muy gratos, escorpiones. Y yo tengo en mi propia casa un centro de terapias. Y entran los escorpiones. Ya picaron al carpintero. Yo quiero preguntarle si yo hago lo siguiente: hablo con el espíritu de los animales para que se vayan, porque esa no es su casa. Y yo les digo que se tienen que ir, porque si no los voy a tener que hacer daño, o si no se los hago yo, se los va a hacer alguien, porque nadie quiere ver un escorpión pasando por el medio de la sala, ¿no?, donde hay pacientes. Y también, pues creo que si los perritos se mueren, se puede, su opinión de usted, maestro, hablar con el espíritu de ese perro, esos espíritus de esos perritos que los van a sacrificar para que se vayan ya, y pedir una oración para que ellos mueran naturalmente y no haya que sacrificarlos y no sufran. Digo su opinión, que en este caso, en vez de matarlos o que piquen a alguien y hagan daño a un humano, o que los pacientes vayan a ser agredidos por el escorpión. ¿Cuál es su opinión de esto, de hablar con el espíritu en vez de matarlo, o qué se puede hacer si no? Gracias.
Similar kind of thing. I don't know what you meant by the spirit, talk with the spirit. I mean, we don't have that sort of thing. It was very nice to hear that. If you have somebody to talk to and negotiate with, communicate with, that's very good. I would love to have that too. Some spirit you can talk. Okay, better to get rid of your people there. So there he say, okay, he'll get rid of it. That will be very good. But I don't have this anyway. Scorpio, for example, Scorpio. I think the scorpion, if you have that scorpion, that's the nasty animals. Not only the scorpion, but nasty animals. I mean, religiously we have something to do, but that is maybe you are not doing it. You can't do it, but practically you can get rid of it. You know, you just have to sort of like get rid of it, and don't let them to sort of lay eggs, and clean your clean your environment, and maybe if there's lots of water running next to you or something like that, or maybe lots of stones with the water. So then, you know, the scorpion, this kind of animal, lives under the stone. So it lays eggs, and then so many animal comes. So therefore you should get rid of all these things and nicely sort of change the environment, and this kind of animal would not be there, for sure. So practically you can rid of that also. But religiously speaking, for example, let me share with you some stories. When I was in a solid retreat in a cave a couple of years up in the Himalayan mountains, I had a tremendous problem dealing with the mouse, rats and mouse, and problem means not that big problem, but it's in a way it's a kind of irritating. When I meditate, they always comes on my body, and then bites my ear, bite my cheek, and goes everywhere. And then if I put my hand here, and then they come and then bites little bit, just a little bite. I mean, it's not a very, very painful, but it's a quite painful anyway, you know. So they do this thing, and then sometimes the bleeding comes and that sort of thing. I mean, I know why they're doing. I mean, they just want to disturb me, that's all. And it's not a big thing, but just they do. And then they, if you know, I have some clothings up there, and all the important clothings they bite. They want to make a hole on my sweaters and my hat, and you know that then the head will have a big hole here. Of course, it's unpleasant, you know. But you know they want to make this purposely. They want to make a hole on my head. So of course, let them do it. But then I very, very much irritated, you know. And then when I sleep, then they will come again on my, and then my toe is out of blanket, and then they bite. And in the middle of night, I have to, you know, I have to jump, you know. So this sort of things has happened many times. So those days, one of my guru was there, who instructed me to do retreat. So that I wrote a letter from that cave. Those old days, you don't have this internet and Wi-Fi and you know that sort of thing. So we have to write on a piece of paper, you know, a little bit piece of paper. I wrote and said that, you know, that I have a little bit of problem with the mouse. My guru, how to deal with that? You know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I was not expecting to deal with anything, but I'm just this for the sake of conversation or for the sake of sending letter. I just said that, you know. It was not too bad actually, but it's irritating, you know. And not only one or two, you know, can you beat it? 100, maybe more than 100. It's just like a war, little war, you know. Gulf war. It's more than the Gulf. It's like a war, small war actually, I would say. It's running everywhere and doing all sorts of things, you know. It's now that I think of it, it was fun also, but it was little too much. But then I wrote to my guru. It was asking question how to deal with it, you know. And that time I have a one friend, one sort of meditation friend who's doing meditation also at the same time. He's living in a different place, but not very far from me, my place. Sometime he comes just to see how it works, how everything works. And then when I tell him, he's like a kind of common being, you know. He's doing meditation, but he's not very compassionate, you know. He says, "Oh, let me go down and have ask, you know, I'll look for a cat. I'll look for a cat, and the cat will come and eat them up and finish it, you know. That's the easiest." And he said, I said, no, that's not the way it should be, no way, you know. But then how to deal, that I don't know. So then I asked Guru, and then Guru said, "Oh, you have to do Om Mani Padme Hum." Very simple. You have to do Om Mani Padme Hum 1,000 times every day. Every day you have to do it. That is in a night, sort of like the kind of, let's say 6 o'clock, between 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. You have to do that and dedicate for these beings that it's irritating you. So then they will be diminished. They'll be gone. So that letter definitely took long time, you know. Of course, those days, first you have to write, then you have to wait a couple of weeks, you know, somebody to come and take. And then after that, somebody will take it, and then he will take it to next village. And then that village also have to have somebody else to go to the bigger city. And then bigger city we will throw in a post box. And then the post box will take months and months to get into that. And after I think letter always takes 6 months, 7 months to get, you know. So I got a letter back, reply after 6 or 7 months. And then he wrote that, and then I said, okay, I'll do that. I did it with one pointed mind. I did it that without hope and fear. Not very much. If it works, yes. If it doesn't work, doesn't matter. This is not the end of the world, If it is a matter of an end of the world or life and death kind of thing, then it's a big issue. But it's nothing big issue. But I did it. I did it with full devotion. I did it. He also said that within a week or two it'll go. Truly enough, it diminished. It started to diminish that night already. The smaller amount. The number is going to be down, and then within the 2 weeks, there was no rat. Rats are gone. But mouse are there, small mouse. And then within the 2 more weeks or 3 more weeks, all the rats are also gone. So I'm the only one, big rat is left, So the small rats are gone, only one left. So that was good, So that definitely, I don't know whether it works for you guys or not, I don't know. Because the devotion and all these things, one-pointed mind, it is very much depends upon devotion, individual way of looking at the things. So that's about it. No need. So that's about it, and happy ending, rat ending, end the teaching with the rat story. It's happy, without rat, without biting. Anyway, it was good. Very nice. And then what? The answer was, the question was the scorpion, and then what? Dog. No, scorpion is already here.
He was talking about also the spirit of the dog. That she can talk to the dogs.
Oh yeah, dog spirit. Yes. That'll be very good. I wish I have that spirit to talk to. Yes, that's again same thing. If you have something to talk on the spirit, and then dog will sort of like peacefully die. Yes, so what's wrong with it? Doesn't matter. As long as your motivation has to be good. Your motivation is not. It shouldn't be like. Not wanting to take care of dog anymore. So that you want this dog to be finished soon. So this is not good. That's all I'm saying. So thank you very much from my depth of heart. And this time I sort of choose or took the liberty to come over here to see my old friend, new friend, and all the Sangha after 7 years or 8 years of not coming to, and I was missing you all every day, every night, every sort of month. We were really missing, because you guys all are very dear to me, to my heart, ever since I came, because I came here many years ago, like 15 to 16 years ago, and we had a very nice time many times. And this time also we had a very nice time. Thank you for thank you all, and especially the thanks for my special thanks goes to organization whoever organized, and whoever sort of like you all, I think, made this how do you say, possible, if you guys are not there, this thing cannot be there. So you all, my friend or whoever, my colleague, to be bored. That's very, very important not to be getting bored, especially with the teaching and with the sort of like a talk and spiritual discussion. And we had a good discussion, and not only just I wanted to thank you, but it also we all have to be encouraging each other, and we always have to look after ourselves so that we can set up a good example for others. So this is the role to play ever since tonight. You have to think that is my role, that is my sort of a big responsibility. And we all needs to have a very good responsibility. We needs to have the responsibility, take the responsibility, you know. If we you know, we don't want to be irresponsible. We always, the fault, the greatest fault that we have is being irresponsible. That is the thing. So then, you know, we are irresponsible for your family, for others, for the nature, and then eventually you will be like irresponsible for yourself also. You wouldn't be looking after yourself very much, you know. There you can drink, wrong drink, eat wrong thing, do wrong thing, think wrong thing, talk wrong thing. Everything will be like anti-clockwise, you know. It's like very much like a wrong, because you started from being irresponsible. So you have to always take the responsibility. So this responsibility will keep you intact in sort of like a shape. So then it serves a lot of purpose. The purpose of setting up a good example so that the people will be encouraged, and purpose of taking yourself good care, and your life will be long, life will be happy, life will be fruitful and prosperous. So this sort of thing, everything will be positive. If you take from a very small responsibility, then, you know, responsibility of looking after Sangha members, that is the thing. If I behave wrongly, if I eat wrongly, if I drink wrongly, then the people will be looking after me, looking at me. So then they will also be feeling shame, embarrassed, and indirectly it will harm them. So therefore I should be behaving nicely. Therefore I should be building nicely. I should be sort of making myself happy and satisfied and appreciated, so that the people will be looking at me. So that thing, you know, I mean, we have ego anyway. So ego should be used in the right direction. You know, this is what I'm saying. Ego should not be used in the wrong direction. Ego should be used in the right direction. So then the ego is useful ego, I would say. Even though spiritual group, we always start to say ego, no good, ego is very bad. But sometimes ego can be used in a right direction. So therefore, you know, you should build yourself so that the people will be encouraged. Other Sangha will be encouraged to practice Buddha Dharma, because you did a good job, and then he wants to do the good job as well. So that is the kind of a vow that you have taken as a refuge vow. And then mindfulness has to be complementing your life, and the Mahamudra, sort of like a mainstream of the Mahamudra practice, needs to also be followed. And then I'll try to come back as soon as possible and look after you all guys, and we can sort of like talk about this. Thank you. See you many times, okay? See you many times.
Thank you so much. Gracias a todos los voluntarios, a la Sangha, a todos los participantes, al hotel, a los traductores y a quien me haga falta, a quien haya hecho falta. Muchas gracias.
Je nimpo de meshi nam gyur manga gyutrul drawegar jime ranju den masambawe den dir sipe metor chartupo jime ripa rupe pavoni no durpe el potur shuki wanche